for letting me come up here, because you never know what can happen when I come up onto a stage, so we'll see. All right. Okay, so in this presentation, what I'm going to go through, I'm going to go through how I use a membership site. How many people actually have a membership site working at the moment? Not so many, so, but there's business owners, right? I saw quite a few hands come up with business owners, yeah? All right, I want to show you with my membership site how I've used it actually in my business, which I'll explain a bit more about in one moment, okay? And then I'm going to show you how I created a full info product business that I absolutely know nothing about, not a single thing, okay? It's about photography and cameras, but I'll show you all that in a minute. One thing before I get into that part is I wanted to actually ask anyone, is there any ladies in the room that like shopping? Come on, put your hand up, I know you do. Come on. Is there any men in the room that have daughters, girlfriends, wives, or whatever that like shopping? Yeah? Yes, yes. Everyone else, what do you must shop online. All right. When I show you part two, the whole idea behind that was to pay for my wife's credit card, but I'll explain more about that in a minute. And part three, I'll show you the overall result. Another goal of mine is when Andrew and Daryl said, okay, you can speak at the Business Builder Award, I said to myself, well, my market, what does Andrew and Daryl teach? And they teach the market has to be always first. So you're my market. Is everyone okay to be my market? Yeah? And I thought, if I want to win, okay, but if I want to win the actual Business Builder Award, I've got to treat it like it's a business. And how do I win in business? Deliver maximum value in my market. Does that sound all right? I want to try my best to deliver value. I want to show you a little bit about myself. Got a short amount of time, and I'm just trying to show you exactly what I actually did to achieve things. And hopefully, at the end, if I deliver value, will you guys consider voting for me? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. That's fair. That's a fair exchange of value, right? Okay. Let me explain a bit about myself. Came from Riverstone. Anyone from Sydney know where Riverstone is? It's out the back in the western suburbs. That's my first house. Bought it when I was 25, so not much of a house, but did the trick, okay? I was working 20 bucks an hour, working hard, okay? Now I live up here, down the road, Gold Coast. This is my house now, after, 12 years later? So the gazebo out the back is as big as the house that I first had. But that was through hard work, and you only get hard work, you only get the results from hard work. You put the work in up front, and you can make everything passive after that. And that's exactly what Andrew and Daryl teach, and it's so easy if you put the work in and design it to be passive, okay? I've got 3 kids that you can see there, and then one currently being cooked, you might say. Right? So that's due for delivery in about 6 months, from roughly. My youngest is Jacob there. He's only 18 months old, or he's a little bit younger than that. So I spend time feeding the baby, looking after the kids. You know, I have to get a day pass from my wife to come and do stuff like this and that sort of thing, you know what I mean? Because she likes me around to help with the kids, as you can imagine, okay? I also own a pretty reasonable size business called Tropical Lifestyle. On the membership site, I'm going to explain a little bit about Tropical Lifestyle and how I tied it into that in a minute, okay? I've got 35 staff, plus I've got contractors all around Australia. It doesn't take up all my time. My time is spent doing the most valuable thing. Who knows what the most valuable possible thing can do? Sorry? Yeah, kids. Yeah, but I'm talking business-wise. Thinking, well, it's marketing. Marketing's where the money is, right? And that's what Andrew and Daryl are teaching, and that's the most valuable thing. So that's what I spend my time doing. I've got guys overseas and so on, okay? And I spend my time marketing that and some other bits and pieces I'm about to show you. Okay, so Tropical Lifestyle is my main business. Everything I'll show you next runs passively without me. Tropical Lifestyle runs without me too, but because it's like a multi-million-dollar business, I do keep a bit of a close eye on it. I've got a lot of staff, as I said. All right, so let's actually get cracking. And so I've been rattling on for a minute, so we'll keep going. All right, the problem. I wanted to contact prospects through Tropical Lifestyle. Does everyone know what an autoresponder is? Yeah? Good. Okay, so if you don't know, because I saw a few people shaking their heads not sure, it's emailing people regularly, preset, pre-done. So when someone inquires for Tropical Lifestyle, I email people, but I figure to myself, okay, there's only so many testimonials, so many frequently asked questions. I've modelled exactly what Andrew and Daryl do themselves, where they send out the questions and so on and try and give information. But there's only so many things that I could come up with, okay? So I thought, righto, what can I do to give the people more information, especially those that didn't want to purchase straight away, that they're purchasing in the future. They're getting free info packs, but how can I go even more so I'm always front of mind, okay? So, funnily enough, it was about a 5-minute conversation in July, November, not last year, but the year before, talking to Daryl. It was a 5-minute conversation. That was about it, okay? She gave me the idea, which turned into Backyard Makeover Profits. Basically, it's a membership site that shows people exactly how to make over their backyard. Now, I'm not trying to sell to them the whole time. It's got the e-lessons and so on. I'm not trying to sell at all. What I'm trying to do is just give them information so in front of mine and have a discreetly placed ad that I'll show you in a minute that is inside the lesson. So each week, it's all happening automatically over the top of the autoresponder. And my sales guys, when they're actually talking to people on the phone, we put it in info packs and all this, but they also point out the phone. So look, we'll give you access to this membership site, which I have sold before, but now I've decided to give access free, which I'll explain more in a minute too. What we actually do is it's a $700 and something value, which I'll explain. We give access free. So I'll show you exactly what I did step by step. Would that be cool? I'm hoping where I can deliver value. Have I delivered any value yet? Maybe a little bit? Okay, thank you. So I'm getting closer towards the vote, hopefully. That's my plan. All right, okay. I found an existing membership site and modelled it. Okay, so obviously you don't want to model the wrong membership site. So I had a look at some membership sites that I'd seen through different people through this environment that they had built, and I just looked at it. I didn't copy it by any means. Like, I think I pulled bits and pieces from other parts and just used the sort of structure behind it. Of course, as Andrew and Daryl have both been saying, that's the fastest way. When Daryl was talking about the swipe files, that's the value in the swipe files. You've basically got a template to follow, okay? I wrote up a job description. I figured out what membership site I wanted to do. I wrote up a job description because I didn't want to do it myself. I'm not a very good writer, okay, to be honest with you. But I knew the overall big picture, and that's all you really need, okay? I advertised for freelancers. Lucky enough, Andrew's going to explain about this shortly too from what he was saying before. So I advertised on Odesk and Elance for freelancers. Then I interviewed candidates, okay? So I wanted to find the best people I could so I could get the job done quickly, easily, without any problems. Okay, so it's a matter of just talking to them on Skype because they're all over. You know, sometimes depending on what the job that you need done, depends on the type of person that you want to hire. Sometimes people from the Philippines, sometimes people from Western countries. Depends what you want done. Here's what I came up with. I came up with Christina, which is a webmaster and designer. Funnily enough, she's from Australia anyway, so I didn't mind paying a little bit extra. And then Caesar, and he looks a funny looking fellow, isn't he? Caesar. Every time I see that photo, I picture him in the robe, like, you know, Caesar in the robe with the rope. Anyway. Caesar's a content writer, so I told him what I wanted done in the gist of the lessons, okay? And while he started working on that, we assembled the website, so I sort of said to Christina, like, this is what we want done. So I'm more on the bigger picture, and other people are doing it, because, like, I don't know how to build a website, but I knew I had to model something and make it look decent, so it had a high perceived value to people, right? We made a template, we dropped the lessons in there that Caesar had written, like I ran my eye over them, make sure that they made sense and that sort of thing. And basically, I did about 5% of work, and Caesar did 95% of the work. So, if anyone ever buys a gazebo or barley hut, can you promise not to tell that to other people? Because that's a secret, right? All right, so I created value as well. I've written a book, Little Known Successful Secrets to Backyard Entertaining. I'm sure Andrew and Daryl have told you about writing a book. And then, like I said earlier, when I first set the membership site up, I did sell access to it, but I found, as Andrew was saying yesterday, you're better off making the money out of the back end, okay? So my gazebos are quite expensive, as you can imagine. Does anyone own a tropical lifestyle gazebo? No? Well, that's even another market now, right? Okay, so I gave my prospects access free as part of my follow-up sequence, okay? So I got a free trial. As I said, my sales guys were actually going in there and explaining to the that it's a $700 basically gift. So, okay, you're not ready for it yet, we'll give you a gift, okay? And so they were pretty happy with that. Okay, so what sort of results did I get? Well, as I said, contact with customers regularly and automatically, so I went past what you could do with an autoresponder, what I felt I could do with my business. Every market's different, okay? More gazebo and barley hut sales, which is my goal, which is what you might call my back end, do you know what I mean? Because that's really what I'm selling. I'm actually really selling lifestyle, but I'm the gazebo and barley hut to give them the lifestyle, okay? Now, one gazebo per week. Now, I track this through Infusionsoft, and we keep the best stats we can, but it's at least one gazebo a week. I actually think it is high. I think it's more like maybe 1.8. But anyway, one gazebo a week gives me $338,000 per annum, basically off the back of a membership site that Daryl gave me in a 5-minute conversation. Does that sound all right? Yeah? Yeah. But it's not about boasting, it's just what I'm trying to do is show you what I've found that's possible, among other things. And like just a handy hint, you can use this same strategy like in any business, plus you can also use it to sell a higher value product. Just another technique, I guess, as they say there's more than one way to skin a cat, more than one way to be right. Okay, so there's more. Part 2, the information business. This is where it gets really interesting, and anyone that's sort of looking for an opportunity and stuff, this is the one that I know absolutely nothing about, you know, and I've got to put up screaming kids and all that sort of thing, and my wife's credit card bill, so that's how it all came about, okay? The problem, my wife loves shoes, furniture, jewellery, and clothes. Now, there must be everyone in this room that has experienced somewhere along that line that someone around you is spending money on something when, you know, and the credit card bill is racking up, okay? This is a common thing that used to happen, oh, it still does actually. Matthew, let's go shoe shopping. All right, fair enough. Maybe I'll go off somewhere else. I'll be going to the pub, you off you go shoe shopping, all right? Does any blokes in here sometimes do that? Oh, come on, man. Help me out here. Help me out. All right. Okay. The solution, the photography training college. Now, what's interesting about this is it's sort of not a high ticket, but it's not a low ticket item, okay? This is actually a package, an actual info pack I send out. So I take them offline to online. I also take them online to online. And then I take them, follow me here, okay? They claim an information package online, and then I post it out to them offline, and then they order it back online or via the telephone, okay? So I've tested different price points. Currently, I'm running at $897 a month, $897 a year, or $89 a month. So I'll show you exactly what I did step by step, okay? First of all, I found a hungry market. And when I put this photo in, I was just trying to check if my wife was actually in there shopping in that situation. And I knew there's photographers, there's people out there that wanted to learn photography, but they didn't know how to do it, and I sussed out the opposition. There's a few different people around, but I thought, so I had to make sure I had a point of difference, okay? I had to find out what they wanted. Now, I found out what they wanted by doing a quick survey, basically running some Google AdWords to one of those survey monkeys. And the problem is, with all the other courses and stuff, what they actually wanted is know how to get customers, and all the other courses didn't know how to get customers. And I know how to get customers, which is handy because that's all part of marketing, right? Okay, then I found a product that I could make my own. Now, it didn't look like that when I got it. It was just some basically blank DVDs and a book in a Word document. So I got a graphic designer, Christina, that you saw earlier on, to make it look pretty, okay, and she tidied it up, okay? Then I added the secret ingredient, and you'll notice here, I don't know how we can read it, but these are actually message market match, okay? So it's not so how you can flood your business with customers, it's how you can flood your photography business with customers. So I've tried to target in as best I could so they had exactly what they wanted, okay? So that helped big time, okay? I built a marketing system. This is all sort of happening at the same time. There's basically step by step that's happening at the same time. Started placing ads in different media, okay? Set up autoresponders, set up all the letters and so on. Did a bit of social media like Facebook direct to the website, exactly what Kerry was talking about before. Google and so on. So all the different ways. I think I came up with about 7 or 8 different ways of driving traffic. As I think Daryl was saying yesterday, the worst thing is number 1. So I had multiple reasons, not multiple ways, and I was tracking everything. It's actually, here's a handy hint for you. If you ever want to track telephones, okay, there's a company called, it's Telecube Factory. You should write that down, okay? You can buy a 1-300 phone number for $5, okay? It's $5 a month, and you can track exactly ads. And like, by me spending $5 on an actual telephone number, I've saved thousands every month. Like I might spend $500 a month on telephone numbers, but I'd chop the ads that don't work. So it's fully tracking. So that's something to do if you're doing offline stuff and people are ringing through. Okay. Yeah, telecubefactory.com.au. Okay. I like to add a bit of personality. Does anyone think I might have a little bit of personality? Yes. Excellent. Thank you. It's getting through. Now check this out then. I added a little bit of personality to the website, okay, because I know people like a little bit of personality. And if you ever look at my Tropical Lifestyle website, which is tropicallifestyle.com.au, you'll actually see...
G'day, it's Matt here from the Photography Training College. If you're anything like me, you've probably got heaps of commitments, you've got kids, you've got family, you've got lots of things to do. Check this out. I've got one kid, and I've got another kid. I'm always busy and there's always something I have to do. That's why I started the Photography Training College, so it's easy for you to study at your own pace at home. And the best part is, it's only $89 a month. Anyone can afford it. Anyone, even someone with kids like me. Anyway, go ahead, join the Photography Training College, you won't regret it, and soon you'll be making money and have financial independence so you can spend more time with your kids. And your wife. Man. Come and join the Photography Training College today so you've got independence and you can leave your wife and kids at home while you're out taking photos. Come and join us today.
If anyone is interested in photography, it is a good course. And my 18-month-old son that I was dropping at the time is fine. So he didn't land on the floor and he can walk, which is handy. So yeah, my wife ducked in there underneath the camera and picked him up. That was all done on a green screen, which is quite easy to do. Okay, so I started the marketing test. Okay, so I want to do, it's more, I wouldn't say a marketing test. I like to do, like Andrew and Daryl always telling you to test, okay, but the real thing is a actual campaign. Okay, so I set, okay, right, I want to spend X amount of dollars, and I want to see what results I can get X amount of dollars, and I want to track those X amount of dollars results. Does that make sense? So, for example, if I want to spend $2,000, I want to work out exactly where that $2,000 is going, and I want to see what happens with it. So next time I spend the $2,000, I can get better value for money. So, you know, imagine if you're spending $1 million a year on marketing, and you could save 20 or 30% of it. Where's that going? On your bottom line, right? Yeah. So that's a handy hint. Track as much as you can. I outsourced inquiries and customer service. So there's things like not Telecube, 3 messaging, where for about $1.50, if people ring up, what actually happens is you give them a script, they'll answer it, and they'll email you the answer, okay? And part of customer service, because I don't actually know anything about photography, I had to deliver some customer service. I actually found someone in the Philippines that actually knew something about photography so they could give email support and stuff for the people on the course, okay? And I have my staff collect cash and send orders. So the whole thing revolves without me. So I've set it up now, it just works. I can sort of switch it on and off when I want. Okay, so I'll show you what sort of results I got. Okay, campaign run. This is a 4-week campaign, $12,900 in sales. Does that sound okay? Sort of all right? Yeah? Thanks. I appreciate it. All right, but I was not happy with that. Okay, because I knew the conversions were too low. I'd sort of done some benchmarking. You heard Daryl talking before. Like she's giving you ideas of what conversions should be all right. So I thought, well, what's going wrong here? Okay, so I did campaign 2, another 4-week campaign, same amount of money, same amount of leads. Okay, $18,870 in sales. Does that sound a little bit better? Yeah? Okay, that's actually a 46.2% increase in sales, right? So that's all right. Here's the thing, as I said before, campaign 1 and 2 both had the same amount of leads. Who wants to know what I actually did to increase the leads? You know what Daryl was talking about yesterday, test, measure, tweak, all that sort of thing? Okay, I'll explain to you exactly, and this is more part of delivering value. Am I delivering more value now? Yes, yes. All right, okay, there's plenty more to come. Well, I'm almost there. All right. Okay, first of all, I made the payment plan stand out because people were basically reading the sales letters, the order form in the back, I ticked all the boxes, following all the templates to do, but they just weren't reading it properly, right? So it's $89 a month or $897 up front. So I thought I'll make it simple because we rang some customers or some potential prospects, asked and said, look, you know, you've inquired about this, how come you haven't bought it? We didn't realise you could do it for $89 a month. It's written everywhere, but they weren't reading it. So I made it stand out as a single flyer. Everyone know what an ethical bribe is? Yes? Yeah? Okay, let me explain to you what an ethical bribe is. An ethical bribe is massive value to someone, okay? Massive, massive value. So much value that it seems almost impossible, but it's true. Does that make sense? So you're trying to like tip someone over the line, and it might be the thing that they do, the ethical bribe, it's like a super bonus, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? You with me? Okay. So that is my ethical bribe in the photography training course. So they join up that. Remember, it's an $897 course. I'm going to give them $2,000 worth of holiday accommodation, which I did a deal with someone, long story. But they basically get $2,000 worth of free holiday accommodation. Who would consider signing up for $2,000 worth of holiday accommodation if they were considering a photography course? See? So people are interested. So it's not too bad. You can go on holiday, 300 places around Australia, pretty good, right? And, of course, I built a long-term way of paying for my wife's shoes and clothes. And the best thing is, sure, everyone would like to do that. It basically goes towards a credit card bill, man. I guess the thing is with that, now that the whole thing's set up, it's a matter, if I want to turn it off or on, it's a matter of email. I've got a girl, Susie, in Mexico. She looks after advertising for us. So I shoot an email, turn the photography training college on, bang, it's going, or it's not going. So I just run the 4-week campaigns, which I'm constantly doing. I only started this, I should point out, just I sort of got hold of it just before Christmas, so it's not still early days, really. Okay? And, of course, I've got a happy wife and a happy life. Okay? Look, she's happy on the chest set. Okay? All right, so pretty good results, yeah? Okay, thank you. Okay, so what's the overall result? Business 1, backyard makeover profits, gives me a better qualified, ready-to-buy customers. Business 2, photography training college, gives me a better way to pay my wife shoes and jewellery. And, of course, a happy wife, which is good. So what's all this in dollars? $338,000 for backyard makeover profits, probably more, like I said, and photography training college. Now that's 8 weeks. The 338 is over a year. Okay, the 8 weeks is that's only over. Sorry, the 31,000 is only over 8 weeks. Okay, so grand total $369,770. So not too bad, right? Appreciate it. And the thing is, it is easy. All you have to do is do the stuff. And like, you know, you probably make a few mistakes along the way. I can't say I'm perfect, and I did make mistakes, but if you keep going, you'll be fine. But I've still got more. I have to thank Andrew and Daryl, because like that whole membership site, if it wasn't for that conversation with Daryl, it would not even exist. So thank you. That's 360 or whatever thousand in the bank account in sales. Okay? Thank you. Thank you kindly. Okay, but wait, there's still more. The ladies up the back, they've got some envelopes. So everyone feels like they've learnt something, right? Just a little bit. I'm hoping I've delivered some value. I'm hoping, yes. I'm going to deliver amazing value now, right? Would you be interested in voting for me? Yes? Maybe? I'm only asking you if you're interested. I'm not asking you to commit, okay? Just asking if you're interested, okay? What about if I gave you an ethical bribe? Would you be interested then? Yes. All right. Well, the lovely ladies at the back of the room are now handing out envelopes. And you have the chance to go into the draw to win $25,000. And this is not BS. This is 100%. This is a draw that I'm actually running at my business at the moment. It's only just started. You're meant to buy a gazebo to get an entry. But because I'm here doing this, I thought, look, you know, if you're interested, you can buy a gazebo and I'll give you another entry. Does that sound fair enough? All right, so what do you do next? First step. The first step is vote for Matt. The second step is open the secret envelope. See how well marketing works? And the third step is reveal your ethical bribe. And there is also a $10 voucher in there. So if you decide while you're on the Gold Coast, or if you're coming back another time, I haven't even put an expiry. That's how generous I'm being. I haven't even put an expiry date on it. That's a thing that you should do when you're marketing. There's a $10 thing. So if you come into the Tropical Lifestyle Superstore, you can buy something for $10 or have something for $10 off or whatever. And if you're interested in gazebo or barley hat, you can also have a free info package. Vote 1, Matt.